Man, probably a fun fact on me is that I
You
like to
don't?
read. Like I like to read. That's a lost art nowadays. Oh, my great uncle is Jesse Owens. He won 4 gold medals in 1936.
I always want to leave people with this, man, to all the viewers and everybody out there, man. Make sure you guys finish your story. Make sure you guys finish your journey because somebody's going to need it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is push the bad button. That's all you gotta do. Push the back signal.
Try not to think about the future too much so you can maximize the now.
Who's your favorite rap artist?
Man, to be honest, it's crazy. Tupac always been my number one, right? Like he got me through so much stuff, but Lil Wayne has been in the modern day.
I said, what does it really take? What does it really take to be great, Drew? And he looked at me and he was like, you really want to know? And he was like, to be honest, everything you did to get here, you need to be consistent times 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Everybody out there doing today. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but anyways, your boy Coach Lee. Welcome to the Number Basketball Show. Wednesday night, 2 days away from the weekend. You know how we have to do it around this bad boy. Man, it's time to run one with you guys. Let's go ahead and get up here and do this thing. With that being said, incognito. What's up, Uncle Leroy Jr.?
Whoa. You see, man, I don't got my updo done today, so I got to have the camera off, man. You know, bad hair day, but look, I ain't gonna miss the Nothing But Basketball Show for nothing, man. So look, this your dude, Lounging Leroy, Uncle Leroy. Don't get it twisted. Just call me Leroy. Don't say the Leroy without the Junior, man. I'm glad to be here. But before we get this thing started, we got to get our other guy, man, Coach Hill with the Waco Test. Come on, man. What's up?
Chilling, man. Another blessed Wednesday, like always, man. Hey, we almost to the weekend, and you know what's going down on the weekend. More Terror basketball, man.
From downtown.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Man,
hey, but this weekend gonna be hot. It ain't a good game unless you getting wins, man.
Uh-oh.
We got a bill.
You're right. You sound less like a coach and more like Al Davis. All I do is win. I mean, win, baby, win.
We built already. We need production.
Oh, that sounds like a challenge out there.
Can't produce, you might have to go.
Ooh.
That sounds like Jerry Jones right there.
Hey, that's just where I am. That's where I'm at with it right now, man. But hey, like you said, it was a better game. Lost that game with 1 minute left in the game, and you just can't lose shooters like that. But we talk about that later, man.
No doubts. Other than that, how you fellas doing today out there, man?
Good. Making money. Busy.
That's what's up. But hey, fellas, let's go on to jump up in this bad boy. You know we can't do the Number Basketball Show without talking about the current state of professional basketball. With that being said, take a look at our NBA power rankings. We had a frenzy. I think free agency was last week for the start of it. Still got a couple of signings here and there, but for the most part, some of the big players are already in place on their new teams, stay with their current teams. So let's take a look at our top 5 that we have here, fellas.
For sure.
Number 5, Phoenix Suns. The runner-ups.
Not surprised
about them being in that spot.
I think it's a pretty solid spot for them. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that look at their team and they're like, man, they weren't even supposed to make it that far. So a number 5, I think that's being generous. I really don't see them making it that far this next basketball season. So, but yeah, number 5, I give them that right now.
Now they did re-sign Chris Paul. He signed 4-year, $120 million. It actually saved the Suns $13.4 million. But it did get him to agree to a non-guaranteed 4th season, just in case something happened. He is 36, 37, or something like that.
Yeah, just in case he gets hurt or chokes or something. You know how that goes.
Cameron Payne came back on $19 million deal. Was that Uncle
when
Leroy?
he gets hurt? When he get hurt? Because we're
When he
talking about
gets hurt,
CP3. Yeah, CP hurt.
Yeah.
Now they did bring in Landry Shamet, and JaVale McGee. So hey, pretty much the same team coming back.
Yeah.
Number 4. Surprisingly, I would think, kind of, sort of, I guess, the Miami Heat got Jimmy Buckets teaming up with Kyle Lowry. They got PJ Tucker, re-signed Duncan Robertson, bringing back Victor Oladipo, even though he, hurt, and they got Markieff Morris.
It's all gonna depend on like how healthy those guys can stay and how consistent they can be. I mean, Miami's an up and down type team, and I don't mean like on the court. I mean like the mental state of their team, man. Some games they could be on top of their game. The next game that they're just a completely different team. So it's gonna all revolve around consistency, and they still got to find some leadership, man.
I agree on the leadership part. No, looking at their potential starting 5, they're gonna be gritty though. Got Lowry, Jimmy Butler, Tucker, Morris, and Bam. And you got Hero as the 6th man.
Yeah, it all looks good on paper. We'll see what happens when it tips off.
No doubts, no doubts. Number 3, the Lake Show. Not too surprising in that aspect. They made some big moves, of course. They brought in Westbrook.
Yeah.
They got Kendrick Nunn. They got Carmelo Anthony. Trevor Ariza, who about 800 years old.
Still.
I'm about to say, it sounds like 3 old men, or like the remake of the Golden Girls, man. The whole roster is like 35 plus, man. Like, it's ridiculous.
Their chances are definitely going to be tied to staying healthy. It's going to be a lot of management going on in there, as far as the workloads and whatnot. Except for Russ, he going to go 100 miles an hour nowhere, at any time. But, you got Dwight Howard, you got Wayne Ellington, Malik Monk. They did pretty good as far as overhauling that roster, man. They got a lot of veteran leadership there. I think them are just going to be staying healthy.
Yeah, they definitely have the best. Oh, my bad, Uncle Leroy.
No, you go.
They definitely have the veteran leadership there, and I agree with you, Coach Lee. As far as them staying healthy, that'll dictate what type of season they're gonna have. Now, with the age, if they in the off season, if they're preparing their bodies and training like they should, then boom, they're gonna be clicking on all cylinders. It could be a pretty solid team. Probably I'm not gonna say the best Laker teams, but the greatest Laker teams, but definitely a solid team that could potentially win a championship. But if they get hurt, nah.
No, I mean, we're talking about once greats. Now, all of these guys were once greats, with the exception of Trevor Ariza, but he always had a shot. And I mean, if you look at the roster moved pretty good, because one thing that the Lakers couldn't keep up with was shooters. I mean, those guys were shooting them. They were shooting the lights off in the gym. So they couldn't keep up with that. Now, as far as healthy and game speed, I don't think the Lakers would actually drop off in talent-wise with that, even with the age. Now, of course, there's going to be some rough knees, but overall, I think that's a pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
This lineup kind of remind me of the year that they had Kobe and Shaq there, and they brought in Gary Payton, Karl Malone.
Mm-hmm.
They loaded it, but at the end, Father, as Charles Barkley say, Father Time is undefeated.
Yeah.
Facts. But I mean, you can definitely coach around that. One thing that LeBron James, he's up in age now. He's still playing majority of the minutes. So I mean, I can't pass that guy. Like, he's been doing he showed great leadership on and off the court. Just like Carmelo said, you know, they've torn it around that for that whole idea of them being on the same team for a long time, and it's time now because, like I said, all the time is here. No, is undefeated, and with that, all the greats during the Carmelo Anthony, the LeBron James, the Dwight Howard eras, this their last, you know, this their last show.
Yeah, if they don't get it. If they don't get it on the current team they on now, that's a wrap.
Because the game has changed. It has changed.
Number 2, we got the returning champs, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Greek Freak. They did lose PJ Tucker, as we stated earlier. They brought Bobby Portis back. They got Rodney Hood coming in. They traded for Grayson Allen. George Hill is coming in for Jeff Teague. And DiVincenzo, however you say his name. He was out for the playoffs, but he's back. He should slide right back into his old spot at the starting lineup. So what do y'all think about them being number 2?
I think
it's a disrespect. Number 1. You know, they are the returning champs, so I don't see, you know, as long as Giannis is there, he's happy. I don't see why they should be number 1.
Right.
Yeah, I'ma just agree with Uncle Leroy, man. Like, they should be number 1. Defending champs, you got to be number 1. Anything less than number 1 is disrespectful. Slap in the face.
So we all know who number 1 is going to be. The Nets, who were a throw away from possibly being in the finals. Y'all think they deserve to be there?
Hell to the no. That's a problem for being a fan favorite. Right, we knew going into and all eyes going to be on this team, definitely because of the Steve Nash and the Stephen A. Smith rant about Steve Nash being a coach. But they didn't show anything to me that would warrant them the number 1 spot. Only thing they showed is that they have big talent. That's it.
Coach Hill?
Big names. Like Uncle Leroy said, big names. That's all they have. They didn't bring nothing home. They didn't win nothing. So why should they be number 1? I would at least had them at number like 4.
You know, for them, I would probably see the same issue that they could potentially have as the Lakers. You got a lot of great players on the team, but you only got 1 basketball. Who's going to take the cue when and what? Who's going to be the alpha that takes a step back, say, hey, it's their time to take lead, in a particular situation? You think they can do that?
I believe so.
Yes, I mean, because we're talking about guys that stars on their current roster, on their current team. I mean, Carmelo Anthony, he was coming off the bench. Dwight Howard, I mean, you know, he had a healthy playing time, but I mean, he wasn't the star of the team. So, and everyone on and off the NBA court is going to tell you that, you know, LeBron James runs the player. He's like the NBA Players Association. You know, they're going to take heed to what he says. So I think it'll be a successful. I think they're going to have a successful season out there in LA.
We shall see, man. We shall see. So we're going to take our first break, gentlemen. We be back in about 15 or 20.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tamara Moore, former WNBA guard and current head coach at Masabi Range College. I want to give a big shout out to STWF Media, the big brand, for showing love and always being about those good sports. Make sure you guys show them love. You and your community can join them every week to talk about sports. Shouts out to them and make sure you check them out.
Yes, sir. And we back.
Yes, sir.
So next up, we got somebody who one point in time might have been seen as forgotten players, so to speak. That's Isaiah Thomas. So he's attempted to make a comeback. And there's rumored that he may be having a comeback with the Lakers. We just talked about them being in the top 5. So there's rumor around that it may be coming back. So yeah, a little bit of played in a couple of games thus far. So what y'all thinking about him potentially coming back to the Lakers?
I think he'd be a good fit, more of a role player off the bench, could come in and give somebody a break, but also give him some points and some change the pace of the game with his speed and stuff like that, man. And I think not only basketball, but for his confidence and for who he is, man, I think it would be a great comeback story for him, man, because a lot of people, and I believe, wrote him off and write him off, man, but he can still play ball. You see I think he had 81 points in that game right there. Mm-hmm. You see him crossing people over. Now we may look at it like, oh, that's a nobody that he crossed over. It don't matter who it is. He stepped out there like a man. He got crossed up. The man can still play and deserves to play at a high level.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Something that I did know is a good point is he actually had hip surgery since he's been away from the game. He's going through rehab and everything like that. And dude's only 32 years old. So he sounds like Lakers. He's going to be one of the youngest players on the team.
Oh wow, that's an interesting story. It's always good to hear of a good comeback story. But my thing on the whole Isaiah Thomas, it's good. I mean, it's a good story. It's a good feel-good story, and it's something to put butts in the seats at the Lakers Stadium. So I mean, it's a win-win situation for him.
Sure is. What's up, too? We see you all the way from Maine. Said the Lakers chip time, no games.
All gas, no brakes.
What up?
And like he said, I agree. Celtics did do him dirty. And shout out to you, Patrick. We see you up in the house. Said best wishes to Aki. Hope he does well. Actually pulling for the dude, man, no doubt. We shall see. Only time will tell. And then, before we get to the best part of the show, there is new venture as our next topic. This pertains to Mr. J.R. Smith going to North Carolina A&T, and being rumored that he's going to be part of the golf team now. He has eligibility still. What do I think about that unique opportunity?
I'm all about rooting for people going to get their education. Golf team, maybe he's trying to take a humble approach, because golf, it's not too rowdy. It's a quiet sport. Maybe, he's focusing on self right now, because you got to think about it. He's going to school for himself. He wants to be on a golf team, the individual sport. So maybe it's going to, I don't know. Maybe it's going to give him a sense of finding himself. Maybe that's what this is about, man.
One word has many meanings. Henny everything, man. This Mr. Henny time, man. Come on, man. We know what this is, man. This guy, he's going back to school to parlay, get him a Hennessy endorsement. And he's learning how to play, after learning how to play the game of golf, which everyone knows all business transactions happen somewhere on the golf course. So, I think it's a win-win situation. Shout out to North Carolina A&T HBCU represent. So, hey, I love it.
Hey, too, we see you said JR about to tap all the booty, man.
Exactly. That's what he said.
And he says that's a good golf player, man.
Yes.
Yo, what's up, Smoke? We see you up in the house.
Hey,
That's our gaming director over there.
We gotta give him a happy birthday shout out, man.
Oh, that's right, man. Happy birthday, brother.
Oh, you lady. Don't act like you're concerned now. I'll give you a shout out there, Smoke, baby. Appreciate you. Happy birthday.
No doubts, no doubts, no doubts. But hey, man, we're gonna see if he can keep it up. We're gonna see if he's gonna actually contribute or he just there getting in the way and keeping somebody else from making the team. But we're gonna take our last break for the night. Then it's gonna be time for those Waco Terror updates. Be right back, folks, in about 15 or 20.
What's up, world? Kyrie Robinson, man. New Orleans Saints veteran. Hey, man, make sure you guys go check out my guy, man, STWF, the media, man. Check them guys out. Y'all want to get sports talks with players, with fans, anything like that, man, go check them guys out, man. That's the place to be if you want to talk sports. Who that nation?
And we're back for our last part of the show. The Waco Terror update. You know how we like to do.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, I'm gonna fill everybody in. We been playing in the Twin City Pro-Am League, man. Solid league, solid competition. We had
Wait, what? Hold on, Coach Hill. Because I've been a lot of people, but telling them about the league. What's a Pro-Am League? People don't even, like, some people don't even much know what a Pro-Am League is. Can you explain the difference?
Yes, sir. A Pro-Am League is a league where you have actually players that have played professional basketball, whether it be in the G League, the NBA, overseas, or at, D1 schools at the highest level. That's a Pro-Am League, man, where it's not just a regular semi-pro league what we're playing in. See, a lot of people I've noticed, like, they comment and stuff on our page and they're like, oh man, y'all just playing semi-pro basketball. No, this is not semi-pro basketball. There's legit hoopers in this league. There's a Ball is Life people are in there also. Actually, the guy that we played against this past weekend is also on Ball is Life. So, I mean, man, it's just a lot. Emmanuel Moutier was in the league, just to name a couple guys, but the Pro-Am League, the Pro-Am League is real deal. We have a couple guys that have played pro ball, you know what I'm saying, or are going to go on to play pro ball. You have like Logan Hicks, you have Marlon Miller, AJ Anderson, just to name a few guys on my team that have actually played pro ball somewhere, whether it be overseas or wherever the case may be. So yeah, that's the difference with a Pro-Am League and a semi-pro league or rec league or whatever the case may be. You got guys that actually have played pro ball other than in the semi-pro circuit or just in college.
True said the exposure and all is an awesome thing.
Exactly. I agree.
Let's go Waco.
Yeah, man. We got to get in that win column, and we will. We got it this weekend. We good. We know what we need to do. Plus this weekend, man, I'm going to get to that. But, I got a couple clips for y'all. My boy, speaking of Marlon Miller and AJ Anderson, shout out to AJ, man. He hurt his ankle. He's going to be out. He probably won't be back for the rest of the Twin City league. But hey, man, pray for a speedy recovery to him. This first clip is of that's Marlon Miller hitting the three for us. He played decent at the game. He's starting to get his feel back for the ball, feel for the shot. I'm looking for him to have a big game this upcoming weekend. That's AJ Anderson. He had just got going in this game, man. Crossover moves, all that good stuff, man. Free throws. That's when he hurt his ankle, everybody. So I mean, hey, we need, if we would have had him, more than likely we would have won that game, man. We really actually had that game won, but we lost it with a minute left. Just selfish play, one-on-one basketball instead of using our brains. It's a learning curve for some of the guys, even though we're adults, they still think they don't have to listen or they know how to play the game. It's a team sport. It's not one-on-one.
No doubt.
And speaking of this weekend's game, man, if you're in the Dallas area, you support the Waco Terror. Everybody hitting me up, man. Boom. It's the Waco Terror versus the Fort Hood Wounded Warriors. The Fort Hood Wounded Warriors, this is not their TBT team, but hey, they've been in the TBT tournament. They were on the list last year before COVID. So were we, though. We were on the list also to be in the TBT tournament last year before COVID hit, man. It's going down. Killeen versus Waco. It's all love. We all know each other. It's nothing but respect for those boys over there from the Fort Hood Wounded Warriors. Yet it's also respect for the Terror, man. So it's all love, man, but it's going to be definitely a game where it's going to be some talking, but it's not going to be talking on that disrespect stuff. It's going to be on, it's nothing but love, but we are coming to compete and win a game.
Got a question for you, Coach.
Sir.
Who wants to know what adjustments can be made to get a W in the college?
Ball movement, no one-on-one basketball, get their asses back on defense, and quit losing the shooters. That's what happened in that game. You can ask Uncle Leroy. Number 11 coming down. Man, whose man is that? Bottom line is that's the same man that you guarded the last time. Why are you switching up? Don't be scared of them. That's another thing. They can't play scared too. We got to eliminate the shooters, hustle. We got to hustle. We got to step it up on the defensive end. And as far as our offensive end goes, okay, we're okay. We just need more ball movement. No one-on-one stuff. Somebody 90. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Somebody has to sacrifice. Everybody wants to play this half court backup. Man, you can't, and you can ask Uncle Leroy. You cannot back up off these guys. These guys are jacking them things. One step across half court. Some of them got that range. It's going in. We got to step it up.
Facts. Now, I got to see Coach here because, for week one, you can tell you made some great adjustments, got some new faces, new talent. And week two, man, like it was a really, 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 really competitive game. But like you said, guys usually they got lackadaisical, and at the end, they just got their eyes shut out, and that's what I see. These guys, they were just getting lackadaisical. They got comfortable because you all had a lead, you all were leading mainly throughout the game. But at the tail end, they got we got lackadaisical and stopped putting the hands in their faces. So I think that might be one of the adjustments. Because like you said, those guys were shooting like Steph Curry. So what do you think about that? Because I remember going into this game, it was going to be run and gun. So going into week 3, will you still keep that run and gun approach?
Yeah, I'll still keep the run and gun approach, but the right people have to run the gun, if that makes sense. The right people got to shoot the gun. You can't have a power forward dribbling the ball down the court. You can't have a center dribbling the ball. That ain't what you're here to do. We're going to run and gun. You got to have that person that's going to run and gun and realize, yes, sir, got to put Uncle in, man. Got to put Uncle Leroy in, get them buckets.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Hey, look, I'm the guy with the beat up black G Nikes, man. I'm under the gold playing big, man. I'm coming to hack you up. That's me. I'm 150 pounds, but I'm playing like I'm 250, throwing elbows, getting rebounds and everything.
He said he got 6 hard ones for you.
Facts. That's it.
He don't let you know he in there.
Rebounds for you. 5 fouls and 2 points.
Use them all. That's what they for. But yeah, definitely we'll come into this game, man. And you'll see Uncle Leroy, you'll be like, man, who is these guys now? It's them. It's who's supposed to be here. It's the Terror. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely get it in this week. It's gonna be another fast-paced game, a high action game. But we have to get in the win column, and we know what we have to do. There's nothing to talk about. We know what we need to do it. The game plans are easy.
If anyone is out in the Dallas metro area, the games are at Hillcrest High School. It's a great venue, not too far out. So definitely make it, and the ticket's pretty reasonable. So if y'all want to check out some of the game highlights, you want to check out the full game, you all can follow us on Sports Talk with Friends podcast page. That's where we will be streaming the Waco Terror game.
And then, I know y'all been seeing in the group, man. We partnered with XS Energy Drink and Energy Brand Ambassador Chiquinta Fisher to make XS the official energy drink of the Waco Terror, man. So doing a lot of big things on the business side. Got to keep it pushing, man. Got to keep growing. XS, Sports Talk with Friends. Man, it's been a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And the blessings are going to keep coming, like to have that backing. And now we're going into year 7. It's finally showing like, hey, you're reaching up, you're up here. Now we got to start producing on the court, and then we clicking on all cylinders. And then I was in the community, gave out a couple samples to a few people. Appreciate Mike Hamilton for the support, man. I met up with him. He wanted to try one of the energy drinks, so boom. We hooked him up with one. He said it tastes good. He likes it. So, and of course, we had to hook up some of our guard, Mr. Turn Me Up himself, Robert Turner, man, one of my players. So that's Mike Hamilton, man. He's also the coach of the Waco Modocs youth football team. But yeah, Mr. Turn Me Up, man. He got one. He said he liked it. So we're not gonna have him turning up too much on energy drinks, but say at the end of the day, they're pretty good, man. And hey, we'll be selling them at the games. And if anybody needs a sample or whatever, Uncle Leroy, I got you. Coach Lee, I got you. I'm gonna make sure we take care of Sports Talk with Friends family, man. So
yes, I think we found the secret sauce right there. We just gonna have your team. New game plan is to have the entire starting 5 hyped up on XS energy drink. Boom, let's go.
And last but not least, man, I have to tell y'all, they're having a back to school giveaway this Saturday from 1 to 6 at Hillcrest High School Gymnasium. That's during the games. So come out. You can donate some stuff. You feel free to go ahead and probably get some school supplies if you need them. But hey, and also see some positive and solid basketball being played, man. So hey, it's a win-win-win all the way around, man. Shout out to Swin City and Tony, man, for everything he's doing over there, impacting lives both on the court and off the court.
No doubt.
Oh, my fault. It is football season. My fault, y'all. My fault. It is football season. The Waco Terror will be sponsoring the Waco Modocs Youth Football and Cheer organization this football season. So shout out to the Waco Modocs, man. It's from Coach Hill, head coach and owner of the Waco Terror, man. We salute y'all on what y'all are doing and impacting those young lives. We'll be coming to some of y'all's practices, some of y'all's games, showing love. So be on the lookout, man. We love y'all, man. We love all the kids. So impact those lives, man.
Man, appreciate what you're doing for your local community, man.
Wait, but what's the Waco Monarchs? Is that
the Waco Modocs.
What the hell is a Modoc?
We have a high school down here, La Vega High School. I believe a Modoc is like a pirate.
Shiver me timbers.
I'm not gonna go into that. There's a history behind that, and why and this and that, man. The Waco Modocs and La Vega Pirates. There's a whole history behind that, man. As far as youth sports go around here, so it's just when one brand breaks off and starts their own, they still want to keep that, pirate feel, the Modocs. So like you have La Vega Pirates and you have the Modocs. So
really?
Oh man.
Oh, we got way up there with Maine. That's why I
Last but not least, be on the lookout, man, for the Waco Terror Scholarship, man. We're gonna give away 2 $500 scholarships, man. I'll post everything in the group, man. It's gonna be for kids in high school, man. That's what we doing. So be on the lookout for that too.
That's what's up, man. Definitely gonna be on the lookout for it. Appreciate what you're doing down there again in your local community, man. Y'all come out and check out the Waco Terror this Saturday at 3 p.m. Drive starts from 1 to 6. School supplies if you need it. Donate if you like to. Either way, get involved.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So with that being said, gentlemen, all good things do have to come to an end. Coach Hill, who you got for shout-outs tonight?
Man, I'm gonna shout out my cousin Danielle Willis, the one that be braiding my hair up. It's been a while since my hair's been braided. I'm getting it done Friday because I can't go up to Dallas looking a mess, man. Shout out to her. She does braids, she does locks, man. So if you're in the area, I'm pretty sure she goes out of I don't know what she does as far as traveling and stuff like that. But hey, look her up on Facebook. Hit her up if you're in the Waco area, man. She'll get you right. But don't be no weirdo hitting up my little cousin, man, because then you're gonna have to see me. But hey, definitely hit her up, man. I'm putting that out there off the rip, man. Don't be no weird ass dude or whatever trying to do no funny shit, because you're gonna have to see me. But hey, and also shout out my barber, man. He's still cutting hair, doing his thing. I need to get over there too. Last but not least, man, shout out y'all at Sports Talk with Friends, Swin City League, man, whole Waco Terror family. Without y'all, we wouldn't be where we at today. Appreciate y'all.
Salutes, brother. Salute.
Boy, you wasn't working your LLC just did. Good Lord. I mean, who in the world shots out there but beautician, the barber? Oh my gosh. You're so cute. But just gotta give a shout out to you, man. Gotta give a shout out to the Waco Terror, man. Touchdown and call them Terror, man. I love being part of the team, man. Let's talk with friends. We back, y'all 100. We all in. We gonna get us a W this week. I might, if we don't, next game I might come with my shirt off, top. So hey, man, y'all don't want to see that. So let's get this W. But shout out to everybody that's supporting the brand. August 29th, we're gonna have our NFL kickoff where we're gonna be, unfortunately, watching the Cowboys take on the Jaguars last preseason game. But we're gonna be throwing X. So definitely get your competitive nature, get all your competitive friends. Let's do it. But that's all from Uncle Leroy. Don't say the Leroy out of Junior.
Two says, shout out to Connect.
Fact.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, for my shout outs, gentlemen, shout out to you, brothers. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy doing this. Like I always say, it's therapeutic for me. Shout out to the fam. Man, appreciate y'all while playing the sandbox. Shout out to those tuning in. It's a very involved show. You get involved with the audience. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Your friends, your family. Continue to grow this. Football season is here. Saints still on the Saints. How about them, boys? We appreciate y'all. Y'all tune in tomorrow for a fantasy football show. We'll talk to you soon. With that being said, can't do it without you. Peace.